You can't help yourself. You're like, I gotta listen to this guy's podcast every single week. If I don't do it, I have nothing to listen to while I drive to work or, raise my child or do brain surgery. I don't know anything about you people. I know nothing about anyone besides myself. It's just the facts, I just know about you filtered through my own self, so I don't really know you. I don't know anybody. Which is somewhat refreshing because I have that in common with everyone else. So in a way I do know them. They're just like me deep down. Except their hair is different or they drive another type of car. I mean, those are really the only kinds of differences you can have. It's your hairstyle and the car. It's like I own a Civic, but when I see somebody driving, a Toyota Corolla, I just say, oh, there, but for the grace of God go I. My whole life would have gone down a different path if I was a Corolla owner. I recently almost committed multiple crimes through a simple lack of attention to detail. Because I'm getting new plates, everybody in the state, we're all getting new plates. We all have to have different plates now. Unbeknownst to me, someone else in my building is also getting their plates, so I just saw Bureau of Motor Vehicles. I saw that's a plate-shaped looking piece of mail right there. I just didn't think to look at the name for some reason. Until like 2 days later, when I was about to open it, and I was like, oh right, my name's not Justin. But then I was like, well, I've never wanted to be someone else more in my life, to not be a person who's waiting on their plates. There's two very different types of people. You go to a wedding and they're like, if your inspection is out of date, don't even bother, you're not invited. Because we don't want those kind of people on our special day. I don't want to be surrounded by criminals, fiends, parasites of the state when I get married. Getting married is like the most legal thing you can do. They should have like real wedding ceremonies in courthouses. And there's a guy with a wig. If a guy in a wig says you're married, you're definitely married. Back in the day, if the judge wasn't wearing the wig, the ruling was null and void. And the perp could walk free. Got him on the wig technicality. It used to happen all the time. That's why they stopped doing it. The judge would be like, look, I gotta clean that thing. I'm wearing it day in and day out. And it's hot in this courtroom. We haven't invented air conditioning yet. And everyone asks, like, what is air conditioning? Coming to NBC's this fall? Out of Order. It's about a time-traveling judge experiencing all of the eras of history in the incorrect order, hence the name. Has to have double meaning. It has to. If you go to a pitch meeting at NBC and you say, I'm going to make a show, the name of the show better have a double meaning or they take you out back, they shoot you in the head, they throw you in a dumpster. But yeah, so my car is, I got it's going to be all set. I'm not even worried. Sorry, somebody's calling the Purgatory Podcast hotline. Let me just take this real quick. I'm sure it won't take long. Hello, you're on with the Purgatory Podcast.
Hey, this is Dervin with the parking department. I work with the city.
Oh, yes. Is everything okay with all those streets?
To be honest, no.
No?
No, it's not good. You don't understand what it's like out there.
I mean, I think I do. I'm driving on the street. I'm parking on the street. I know the streets better than the rats do, and they know the streets like the back of their tails.
Yeah, don't even get me started on the rats. That's a different department.
Oh, there's a rat department? Is there ever a time where the rat department and the parking department have to work together to solve a case, and the two lead investigators from both departments fall in love with each other, only to find out one was actually a huge rat the entire time, and is actually trying to cover up evidence of their own crimes? Has anything like that ever happened?
Look, maybe once or twice, okay?
Yeah, I knew it. You got ratfish, didn't you? You son of a bitch.
How did you know about that?
This always happens. It always happens working in city government. You just gotta be open to it. You gotta be open to the experience. Wow, the stories you could tell.
Yeah, and here's another story.
Yeah?
Yeah, want to hear it, bitch?
Wait, whoa, what?
Your car is in a river. The end.
What are you talking? Wait, what?
You took too long to register your car. You know what that means?
Why would you put my car in a river, you fucking psycho?
We are your true rulers.
No, I won't surrender my freedom to the parking department. Plus, I got my registration. I got the little waiver that says I'm waiting for it.
Oh, well, you should have told me. Durvin.
And what, I'm supposed to contact you personally to tell you that like, what the, how does any of this shit work?
Alright, look, I gotta go.
Well, oh, you gotta go?
Yeah, I'm, like, busy.
What do you gotta do?
I gotta go to the mayor's parking spot and make sure nobody pisses in it.
Has that been happening lately?
Lately? That's what my fucking job title is, dude.
Oh. But they don't piss on his car?
No.
Not doing any harm if you think about it, it's just on the ground. What, are you worried that your tires are gonna have to touch piss? Oh no, the tires, the things that are made to touch stuff that's on the ground. Can't have that, because I'm the mayor. We gotta bring back the guillotine.
While I have you, I should tell you we've passed a new city ordinance where there's no parking on the mayor's birthday.
What, you mean at City Hall?
No, the entire city. Paid, unpaid, restricted, unrestricted, 1 hour, 2 hour, 5 hour. Stay the fuck away.
Why can nobody park on the mayor's birthday?
Because you don't know what he's gonna be getting up to. He doesn't want cars in the way.
If anything, there's gonna be more cars in the way because everyone's just gonna be driving around all day so they don't get a ticket. The traffic is gonna be a nightmare. Did you think about this at all?
I gotta make some phone calls.
You make the world a worse place to live in for everybody.
Yes, I know the department motto. Why are you telling it to me? I already know that.
I'll talk to you later. Just text me if you have any more stupid bullshit to say. Look, it's a living. Some people have to make sure the cars are in the right place. As for me, I'm just putting my car any old place. I used to be more ambitious with parallel parking, but recently I've gotten to the point where I'm like, it's just not worth it anymore. I'm talking really tight spots. It's like, honestly, just driving around aimlessly for 5 to 10 more minutes would be more relaxing on my nervous system. So that's what I do. And I just waste gas for no reason at all. It's really cool to live in the time that I do. Where just like being wasteful is just like, well, we have to do it or we won't be comfortable anymore. And that would suck. So, but what else are you gonna do? Buy 5 trash cans? Yeah, actually. Now that I said that, I'm like, I guess you should just do that. I don't know how to sort them all. It's anywhere you go, it's never the same. There's a long list of compost versus recycle versus trash. Sometimes there's a 4th thing, but now I'm forgetting what the 4th thing is. And there's some kind of unimaginable 5th thing. It's like imagining the 5th dimension. It's completely beyond me. It's like this can is just for hyperdimensional objects that don't exist in time or space. If you got any of those, we'd actually just take them to the dump with everything else. And, you know, I live in the kind of city where they have all of that, so you have to do it or they shoot you in the head and they throw your body in a dumpster. Which is ironic, because actually that's being more wasteful than anything. You could at least harvest my organs against my will. At least sell my organs on the black market. Do the bare minimum. But here's the thing, you know, I'm going to Panera like, I don't know, 3 times a week to get a coffee, and I'm taking the wrapper off the stirrer. I'm like, why is the wrapper on the stirrer? Another thing that's curious about Panera is I'll use the mobile order ahead of time. But I show up there and they're like, what are you waiting on? I'm like, I already put the order in, so don't worry about it. And they're like, what's your name? And I have to say my name, my long ass name, my so many syllables name. And then other times I'll show up and they're like, what do you want? And I'm like, I already said what I want. I put the order in. They're like, I don't see it. What did you order? I'm like, what do you mean you don't see it? I see it on the screen. I'm like, I put it in the app. And they're like, there is no app. You're insane. And I'm like, I ordered a bagel. And they're like, we don't sell bagels. We don't even have bread. We have nothing. Leave. Is this what our lives become? Just a series of incredibly mundane grievances? Is this what it's all about? Yeah, I think so. And I'm alright with that. I think I like this little life of mine. Our next segment is unfortunately going to happen. Regardless of what you or I say or do, there's no way I can stop Time Check, which is hosted by Slurp Von Lipstick, father of 7 young identical children, media personality. He also tells me he was a big name on Neopets back in the day. I don't know if you remember Neopets. He wanted me to mention that. He actually just wrote that whole intro. And he said, hey, put that on my gravestone while you're at it. And I'm like, I'm not in charge of your fucking gravestone. We don't have that relationship. We're not at gravestone level. If it were up to me, I would just have it say, like, time's up. Just keep it simple. But he has to make everything so complicated. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Slurp on Lipstick, the host of Time Check. Yes. Yeah, put your paws together for the big man himself. That's right, it's me, Slurp Von Lipstick, the host of Time Check. Who are you? I check the time. What do you do? And I know Neopets. I ruled Neopets with an iron fist for about 2 months in the summer of 2002. I attained a reputation which earned me the moniker the Saddam Hussein of Neopets. But I'm different now because the account got banned, and the official Neopets team posted an image of my character being executed publicly. It's just, you know, I just wish they could have at least left the statues standing. But look, those days are behind me. I'm fully focused on time, checking the time, letting you know what time it is, letting you know also what time it isn't, a new feature I'm introducing this week. Instead of giving you the time straight up, I'm gonna throw some curveballs your way. I'm gonna give you incorrect times, and you yourself have to guess if I'm lying or if I'm being truthful about what time it is. The test begins now. Turn off the music. I'm not fucking around with this. The time is 1:56 p.m. What do you think? Do you think it's really 1:56 p.m.? If you do, you're a fool. And you're a coward as well. That's not what time it is. That's not even close. Well, I'll be saying various times throughout the duration of Time Check. It's your responsibility to find the truth, and then I'll tell you at the end. Does that make any sense? Is anybody into this at all? Oh, someone's calling the timeline. Hello, who is this? You're on with Time Check.
Who? I don't know who that is. That's not who picked up the phone earlier. I need to speak with him.
Well, I'll relay the message. How urgent can it be?
Yeah, someone actually fished his car out of the ocean. Now it's sitting in an impound lot, dripping wet. That baby's soaked.
Whoa. Why does it sound like you like how soaked it is?
If he wants to come get this wet-ass vehicle, he can do so at any time, for a fee of $250, as well as a $13 convenience fee and a $2 processing fee on top of that as well.
The hell, that's insane, man.
Parking department rules. Motorists drool. We win, baby. We always
All right, thank you so
win.
much for that information. Here's another piece of information I'm going to throw at you. The current time, it's 10:22 p.m. Or is it? You have no idea. I am using my superior intellect and knowledge of time and how it works. I'm using it to make you my plaything. You're nothing to me. You're rats. You're rats in the streets to me. Anyway, what else is going on? I am trying to establish a more, what my agent calls, warm relationship with the audience. So for me to you, because I care about you, I respect you, and I see in your heart, and I see the inner perfection of your being. With that in mind, I'm going to tell you, it's 12:44 a.m. Now, would I lie to you if I said all that stuff before it? Who knows? What if the real time is 12:50 a.m.? Well, I don't have to imagine, because it is. The current time is 12:50 a.m. Actually, it just changed to 12:51 a.m. So, we're following these updates closely. Sometimes it's hard to keep track of minutes, you know. Time does seem to be accelerating. I'm looking into it as the foremost expert on time itself. We're getting our best scientists. We got Neil deGrasse Tyson, we got Doctor Who, and we got Flava Flav. Because Father Time was busy. He never has time for anybody. It's like he should change his name. He should be called Father No Time for us. Are we his kids? Who are his children if he's a father? Again, this is something else I'm looking into. And I'll get back to you on that next week. But I hope this was an informative experience for you. I consider myself a public servant, providing a public good. Just kidding. If that's what I was doing, I would just get defunded anyway, so what would be the point? Might as well do it for number one. That's right, me, Slurp Von Lipstick. This has been Time Check. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's great. Give it up for Slurp Von Lipstick playing mind games with all of us. I don't know what the point of that was. I don't know. I don't get what he does. You can just skip over Time Check. You should. Because it's just bad words from a bad man. I'm sorry, but it just gets me so upset to think that he makes a living doing this. This is the thing that's upsetting me. The other thing that's upsetting to me is what we are doing to Sydney Sweeney. You just have to leave her alone. You just have to just appreciate that, yes, she's objectively really hot. And I'm surrounded by contrarians on this subject, people who just have to say, actually, no, she isn't. And like, you don't have to pick it apart. You don't have to like take something that's good and be like, but what if there was a way it was bad? What if she was a registered Republican in 2024? What? What do you just let people be hot? I feel like people are gonna start going to lengths where they're like, somehow somebody obtains like thermal camera footage of her and they're like, she looks like shit in this. It's like, yeah, it's a red blob. Or like, oh, look at this x-ray of her skull. It looks fucking weird. Just look at her in the normal visible portion of the electromagnetic spectrum, first of all. That's where all the good stuff is. That's what you're missing. So what do you think about celebs? What do you think about the celebrities? What do you think about the latest Hollywood gossip? Call in, let me know. I don't care, but let me know. We can talk about, more meaningful stuff. Like, Saturday I got a haircut. Yep. And I asked my girlfriend when we went for a walk earlier, like how she would describe her look and then how she would describe my look. And she was like, basic white boy. And I said, yes, correct. You passed the test, you know what I am. And I was wearing shorts and shoes and just just clothes. Like, just clothes. You just put on clothes when you go outside, right? Although I would say I've developed just over time and perhaps unconsciously a sense of style. Which I was told also is gay to do, though. So you gotta weigh that. If you don't go outside just in your underwear, like looking around like a confused ape, you're a gay man. And I just found this out, and I'm just processing it at this point. I did see one of those lists on Twitter of like, if you're gay, this is what you do. And one of them was use an umbrella. And then I went further down the list, which was extensive. And then it just said, is a Democrat, hates Donald Trump, hates Elon Musk. So I was like, oh, okay. So this is just like a specific type of person making this. This is someone else's problem. I don't have to deal with this. And that is a problem. I mean, if you're that obsessed with your own sexuality, then that's gayer than actually being gay. But it's, I got a very heterosexual haircut. Don't worry about it. I did for many years cut my own hair, and that is regrettable. It's really unfortunate that it's a choice that I continue to make repeatedly until one day you look in the mirror and you're like, what am I doing? Maybe I need an adult on this one. And I was willing to admit that, and I finally started getting my hair cut professionally. I think the fact that it's like a 3-minute walk away from me is sort of the universe saying, hey, get a haircut. because I've lived in a city for too long now and I'm kind of used to the convenience. But it's crazy to like drive to places to me now. Like, why would you drive anywhere if you don't have to? When I was growing up, we'd have to drive, like 20 minutes to like pick up like a gas station pizza and bring it back. I also asked my girlfriend, I ask her a lot of like stupid ass questions and she's like, why are you asking me this? And yeah, I continue to do it. I was like, what's the best pizza you've ever had? And while listening to her answer, I thought about what my answer would be, which I think is just the gas station pizza that we got as kids. Not because it's actually the most well-crafted pizza, but because the experience attached to it. It's something, there's an energy you can feel when you get home from school. You're like, this feels like it's going to be a pizza night. I don't know how, I don't know what the circumstances are going to be in which it happens. And you hear rumblings of it, your parents talking, they're like, do you want to get pizza? Do you just want to get pizza? I don't feel like cooking. Do you want to get pizza? And you look at your sister, you're like, I think we're getting pizza. Already? It's already the best pizza ever. I've only gotten to the part where we're hearing rumors, we're hearing indications that perhaps pizza is working its way into our plans. We don't know. Your mom also has a box of Kraft mac and cheese. That's still in the mix as an option. If Polymarket was on this, they'd have mac and cheese at like 5% of being selected. It's getting to that point. And then your mom picks up the phone and she orders. She demands someone 20 minutes away to make a pizza for us to eat. And that's allowed to happen because of God. And at this point, it's like, I don't even need to eat the pizza. This is already an exhilarating experience to me because I'm 11 years old. And it's a Thursday night. This is unprecedented. This is breaking the law. Are we allowed to do this? Well, my hope is that this has been relatable content to you and not just me recounting a personal experience of mine and assuming everyone has had it. You can move some of the variables around. Like, instead of a sister, you can have like a pet hamster or something. I don't know. But anyway, thanks so much for listening to the podcast. You could be spending this time listening to anything. You could listen to your children's cries for help as they scratch at the door begging for food, saying, stop listening to the Purgatory podcast. It's destroying our lives. That's a companion podcast to the Purgatory podcast, so... I mean, if you want to think of it, your own real life as a companion podcast to this, that's fine. If that's what gets listener engagement, tune into your own real life sometime. Listen to some birds chirping. See you later.